Right friends, welcome back to first capsule of 44th week, and the first capsule is Delhi, a gas chamber. Here we are going to talk about pollution in national capital, and the aspect of pollution which is into the news is PM 2.5, and you may have a doubt what is meant by PM 2.5. PM 2.5 is particulate matter 2.5, that means the fine particles which are equal to or less than 2.5 microns size. 2.5 microns size or less. These are the fine particles, and when they accumulate in the air, they cause respiratory diseases and heart problems. And here 1 micron is 1/1,000,000th part of a meter or 1,000th part of a millimeter. And here the maximum width of the particle is 2.5 microns, and the width of 2.5 micron particle is about 30 times smaller than that of a human hair. It is 30 times smaller than that of a human hair, and these are the particles that settle deep inside the lungs and the bloodstream. If you want more, these higher levels of 2.5 particulate matter 2.5 are mainly responsible for various heart diseases as well as respiratory diseases, stroke, ischemic heart disease, acute lower respiratory infection, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. These are the diseases associated with the pollution of air, and the worst affected are children and elderly people. There is an act which stipulates criminal penalties for violation. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act of 1981 stipulates criminal penalties for the companies or persons who are responsible for release of these gases into the atmosphere, or the firms which are causing air pollution can be penalized under the 1981 Act, but it is rarely implemented in our country. And if you want more, the WHO recommended level, World Health Organization recommended level for particulate matter 2.5 is 25 micrograms per meter cube of air. 25 micrograms per meter cube of air if you take 24-hour average or 24-hour mean, and if you take a total year as a mean, it must be 10 micrograms per meter cube of air. So, if you take 24-hour mean, it must be 25 micrograms per meter cube, and in Delhi post Diwali days, it touched almost 800 to 900 micrograms per meter cube. And you may have a pertinent doubt, what are the reasons for high PM 2.5 post Diwali days? First and the foremost is fall in temperature due to the onset of winter. Second point is lack of wind due to atmospheric changes. If sufficient wind is there, then these particles will be flied away. But because of lack of wind, the pollution particles accumulated in the air. Then firecrackers is another pollutant which added during Diwali days. Then vehicular pollution is there as usual, basically because of older diesel vehicles, dust due to construction as well as demolition, then burning of biomass such as fuel wood, farm litter and cow dung cakes for cooking as well as for heating. And some of the people living in slum areas basically use fuel wood or farm litter or cow dung cakes basically for cooking, and with the onset of winter people use these for heating purposes. Then another important aspect is around Diwali time, burning of stubble. Burning of stubble around Diwali days took place in adjacent Haryana and Punjab areas. After the harvesting of paddy, people will go for Wheat cultivation. Wheat is rabi crop, paddy is kharif crop. After paddy cultivation, people go for wheat cultivation and there is not much time left and people burn the stalk, right? Then unclean surroundings and dusty roads, then improper waste management practices. So these are the reasons for higher levels of PM 2.5 and some of these are there throughout the year, but what compounded the problem during Diwali days is burning of firecrackers, then burning of stubble in adjacent states, lack of wind, fall in temperatures. So these are mainly responsible for elevated levels of PM 2.5. And the next issue is what is the need of the hour? We have to find solutions. Otherwise, Delhi will be the place where the average lifespan will come down. I listed out various aspects as far as governments are concerned and as far as civil society is concerned. First and the foremost is in highly built up areas, most of the dust comes from construction debris. There are already construction and demolition waste management rules exist. These are to be implemented in true letter and spirit. That is the need of the hour. Then second important point is dust comes from burning of biomass such as fuel wood, farm litter and cow dung cakes. And it is the need of the hour to switch over to clean fuel. And Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana is definitely the step in the right direction to switch over to LPG. And whenever burning of this biomass for cooking purposes is inevitable, then scientifically designed cook stoves must be made available. Then exhausts from older diesel vehicles is the biggest problem. And now the National Green Tribunal ordered for immediate deregistration of 15-year-old vehicles. And the biggest problem as far as particulate matter is concerned is diesel vehicles, that too old diesel vehicles. Then another important aspect is heavy trucks which are not required to enter Delhi should not be allowed under any circumstances. And now national highway bypass roads are being built and these are to be expedited, and heavy trucks not required to enter Delhi must not be allowed to enter Delhi. Then government already announced switching over to BS6 norms. Directly India will switch over from Bharat stage 4 to Bharat stage 6. Once we switch over to Bharat stage 6, then ultimately this particulate matter emissions from vehicles will come down, and that date fixed is 1st April 2020, and that should be ensured positively without delay. If you look at other aspects, people should be encouraged to use public transportation, and for this purpose integrated transport corridors should be thought of. And in our country, BRTS is almost a failure. Integrated transportation model must be developed. Once people get down from metro trains, then immediately it should be synchronized with road transportation to reach their houses. Individual vehicles must be discouraged. Then burning of agricultural waste, especially in Punjab, Haryana, should not be allowed. And here people are nowadays using harvesters. Please look into this picture. Because of harvesters, what is being happen? Harvesters are leaving the stalk up to 2 feet height. After the harvesting of paddy crop, then 2 feet height of that stem is left over. Subsequently, it is burnt. And the concept of waste to energy should be devised and implemented. This is most important. If we implement the concept of waste to energy, subsequently this burning of agricultural waste will become a history. Then greening of urban areas is most important. It must be taken up with a mission mode so as to act as lung spaces. Then greening of national highways and state highways should be undertaken on topmost priority. So these are the essential things required so as to save people from pollution. Right friends, this is the capsule number 1, that is Delhi, a gas chamber. Please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.